lots of conundrums in the NFL through 3 weeks. The worst ones, the worst ones are clearly the ones where there's no way out. There's just no way out. And I'm not talking about like 0-3 Giants, 0-3 Jets, 0-3 Jaguars. I'm not talking about that. Because with the 0-3 Jets and the 0-3 Jaguars, at least they got their young quarterbacks. And last year, the Giants were 1-7 and damn near pulled it all off. So, and there's an extra game this year, and you don't know, right? I'm honestly not talking about that stuff. And I'm not talking about the Bears, too, with Justin Fields. Because Justin Fields is clearly a very talented kid, no matter how long a day he just had. Now, the no-way-out situations are the ones like the Steelers, who say, we're going with Big Ben another year. Big Ben wanted to come back. That the 11-game winning streak that they had to start the season, last remaining undefeated team of 2020. And then it all went south after that. And then you just got to sit there and figure, we'll just get the 11 wins season back. You know, those 11-0 Steelers, we're still that team. Not if the quarterback is suddenly, poof, like Kaiser Soze, gone. Big Ben is a Hall of Famer. He will have a bust in Canton. He will have a jacket to go with the gold that he has on his uniform for all these incredible years in Pittsburgh, PA. But after seeing the first 3 weeks of this season, and I very rarely use this word because it comes across as disrespectful, and that is not my mantra. It is not at all. It's not where it comes from. But sitting in this chair on this show, I have to shoot everybody straight. The word that leaps to mind, and this is a very difficult word to say, but I'll say it anyway, is washed. Washed. And it's not a want to. Clearly he wants to. It looks like a can't do. It does. And it's more than just that. It's everything together. It's a team game. We all know. It's a team game. I never thought I would see the day where I saw a Pittsburgh Steelers team with a running back with the history and the expectation level of this rookie running back in Najee Harris. And I said on our first down and 4 downs last week, they got to get his run game going. 14 times for 40 yards, 2.9 yards per carry. And that's with a 20-yard run. That was his long. I've never thought I would see the day 19 targets. You're targeting your running back 19 times. He had 14 catches for 102 yards. Now, Le'Veon Bell was a guy who would always come out of the backfield, and that was great too. But he would also run it down your throat. There's no balance. Ben Roethlisberger is pushing 40 with a bad pec, and he threw it 58 times. And this game, the most it was ever out of reach was 21-7. That was it. You're just down 2 scores. That's it. That's it. The Lions have come back almost from worse than that. Mm-hmm. And you're just targeting your running back. The worst one is, and this is the one where I'm like, what happened? What's going on? How does this happen? They're down 24-10, 3 minutes to go. It's 4th and 10. They're in the red zone. They've got to score a touchdown. Ben hikes it, flips it out on the spot to Najee Harris. It's not a screen pass. It wasn't a screen as expecting all these people. You're just dumping it off. They didn't even throw it in the end zone. That's one of the few times where I would have taken a fade pass. You can't dump it off.
Something.
What was that? Harris got surrounded, knocked out of bounds, game over. With 3 minutes to go, head for the exits. Drive home safely. Neck up, neck down. That quarterback doesn't survive in an NFL campaign. He's going to the hall. Ben, you're going to the hall. But I don't know what the way out is here. They're banged up front defensively.
The offensive line clearly isn't.
They won't commit to a run. 14 for 40. Najee Harris busted a 20-yard run.
So it's 13 for 20, really.
Yeah. Run game's non-existent, and your most go-to receiver is your running back. They weren't supposed to stretch the field. Last year, that was their problem, is that everything was from 10 yards and in from the line of scrimmage. Everybody knew they weren't going to go deep, so they just put everybody up front. They didn't have any running game. That's how they got bounced. despite being the lone remaining undefeated team, last remaining undefeated team in 2020. Now, the shrug emoji team in the AFC of 2021 is revealing itself to be, where do we go from here?
What are you going to do? You're going to bench him?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. There's no way out.
Because
you've already shown, Mason Rudolph has already shown you he's not the next. But this would be the Mike Tomlin move of Mike Tomlin moves, is to say, let's see what we have in Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah.
Because you can't go to Mason Rudolph. We've already shown you what he's done.
Right.
Last year, that was your shot. 2 years ago, that was your shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those things. It's just he appears to be no way out here.
Yeah, it seems
Except you got to come back and you got to go back to work and you got to keep trying to win games. The Ravens are in front. Now you're a game and a half behind the Bengals. I told you they're not your homecoming anymore. I honestly don't know what the answer is. They're at Green Bay next. And then home for Denver, home for Seattle. Bye at the Browns, who would love to hit the knockout punch in the middle of the season.
By the way, you can't convince me they're going to win any of those games.
Correct. Not the way that they're throwing it.
No. Not one of them.
I mean, they might.
They got to get healthy fast on defense.
They could beat the Bears, maybe.
Maybe.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.